Hello, everyone, and welcome to King's Football Show. Today, we are doing a season review, and I got with me my uncle, Uncle Reelis. How you doing, bro?
What you saying, nephew? You good, yeah?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm back, back to doing streaming, back in the
Yeah,
cold
you was
UK.
missing, yeah. I was like, since you going there, Arsenal could lose a couple of games. These waste man won't lose, bro.
Listen, top of the league. We keep on winning, keep on playing
I need
well.
that to change quick. I need that to change.
It doesn't look like it's gonna change quick, brother. If I'm honest. And big up to everyone that's tuning. Big up Solo. Big up Manny as well. Big up Tariq. Big up CM. All my brothers are in the building. I'm glad to see all of you. I missed all of you. And I'm looking forward to do some content with all of you. So I'm gonna start with you, man. The season
Yeah.
have started. How happy are you with Man United?
To be honest, yeah,
Yeah,
you could see you're seeing little progressions, but you know it's going to take time, innit? So I can't really be saying that. Oh, I expect us to be doing way better. I think us to be on top of the table, and I can't be doing that mad thing. You see
yeah,
a little progress. Obviously, you want to see more because everybody wants their team to do well. You want to see more, but it's going to be a process because new manager coming in, he have to change these man and get their mentality to do what he wants going forward now. Get his
yeah,
philosophy in on it. So I mean, it's not the best. It's not what I want, like in all what I'm seeing so far, but it's like a step in the right direction. He's a little naive. Can't get me wrong. The manager's a little naive, but yo, we move in it.
yeah. I hear that. So, in terms of positives for Man United, what's your positive of Man United season so far?
Well, the fact that when we played y'all, right, it
Yeah,
wasn't like we dominate possession or anything like that. We
yeah,
basically played on the counter, right? But in terms of if I'm saying that what highlight of the season so far for us was, I can't really say I've got no highlight of the season for us so far, bro. To be honest with you, I'm just content that we're not in 10th or something like that right now because the season started off proper shaky. If I'm being honest, it started off proper shaky.
yeah,
So, I
yeah. But I
mean,
feel like when I look at Man United as an outsider, I feel like you've improved in your defensive structure. I don't think you look.
a little bit, yeah. Because this is the thing. If you take, let's say you take our starting. Obviously, your starting lineup is different from your backup players. But if you take a few of our starters out of the first team,
Yeah.
it's a mess, you know.
But you do have to consider that you have a new manager, a new style of football. You have new defenders that never played with each other before. There's a lot. It was always going to take time before everyone gel.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. There is I'm not properly happy with everything, but it's
Yeah,
going to take time to get this process to get where we need to be. I've seen
yeah,
us finishing probably fifth to sixth. That's what I said at the beginning, and I'm sticking to that.
yeah. I had you guys fourth, but I have you guys fifth now. And the reason why, I just feel like I think Chelsea are gonna finish fourth. I think Potter,
Chelsea, yeah.
unfortunately, I think he's gonna do a good job there. I rate him as a manager, and they already look better. But talking about Chelsea, let's bring in the man himself, Nippon, always out and about. What are you doing, fam? What are you up
Um,
to?
I'm just heading to a dessert lounge, so apologize. I might be eating on stream.
This man's always out eating, you know. Flipping out.
You can never
Right.
have a stream with Nippon where he just sit at home and just do it.
You know
He's
what?
never in the
Nippon don't like
car.
his house, you know. This Nippon brother
Nah,
don't like his house, you know.
nah. I've
It's
said it.
either he's on a train or he's eating somewhere, bro.
Now I've clocked it. Nippon is a top man. He's out there. He's hustling.
Yeah, you
He's
gotta do what
dropping
you gotta
weight.
do.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, innit?
Oh yeah, that's what you do. Is moving weight, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Man,
what
talking
he's
about that
doing.
power and that power behavior, yeah. You think you're Tommy? All right, big man.
Yeah, that's my USP.
Yeah, he's moving like Tommy
Every
Egan.
channel business, every channel business has a unique selling point, and mine is you never know where I will next go live from.
Just don't pop up near me. Don't pop up near me. Don't come out here. It's too far. It's too far.
So Nippon, what's your view on Man United season so far, and what's your expectation of them?
They're playing well. I mean, they beat Liverpool, which, in my opinion, that was a statement win. And I was even, well, not foolish enough because you're playing well. I actually thought you guys might end Man City's winless streak.
Hell no.
Yeah, that was never gonna happen.
No, I predicted a 2-1 win for you guys.
Oh wow, you
Because
you you.
because look, you have a good record in the derby. Even, in fact, if I'm not mistaken, Pep has only one win in the past 4 meetings when
Nippon,
Ollie
you
was
you do
manager.
realize that City have some
On,
type of specimen, some science experiment up front, right?
yeah, but do you not remember that
That's
Pep, when Ollie was your manager, Pep had only one win against him? Do you know what I'm
yeah.
talking about?
We hear that, but that was a very different City team and a
Very different.
different United team as well. That was when players like Rashford and Martial were in their prime, and
In their prime.
yeah, Rashford is out of his prime. He was better before than he is now.
No, you know what's
He,
funny about that? What you just said, yeah. These man are
Rashford,
Rashford is
Rashford
in
is
his mid 20s. He's like what 24 or something,
Yeah, I think he's
23.
24, turning 25 this year.
Martial is like 26.
Six, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And imagine you
really
say these
still
men are out of their
Jamaican.
prime. Right?
Yeah,
What the hell? What on Nippon? Jamaican, you just moved me to a whole different country, yeah? This is a bit
Okay, are
mad,
you
you know?
sorry? Are
Nah,
you
I'm
from the
from Trinidad. I'm from
Caribbean?
Trinidad.
I could tell by your accent that you're from the Caribbean.
Yeah, it'd be like that, man.
nah, he's
Yeah,
from France actually.
I mean, that's my second home.
Lee
yeah,
Henry is his real name.
Nah. You moving mad.
But
King is
yeah,
actually my
Lee
nephew, you know,
Henry. You
Nippon.
Nippon,
Just
know,
saying.
Nippon, where do you predict Man United to finish this season?
um, either fifth or sixth.
Okay, okay, yeah, I think
I
that's
think that's
what
realistic.
realistic. I think anything above that is a major bonus for them.
That's a plus. I think it's a plus.
Yeah, it's a
I,
plus. It's a
I
plus.
know people said that, oh, just a few seasons before, you all finished second. Yeah. But this is a different season. This is a different. The season started earlier. There's a World Cup and all this coming in between there, and we already started off bad.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a question here about Greenwood. I think he's due to be in court on Monday.
I don't know. I don't know if he's in prison, social,
Yeah,
but I think he's probably. I know they arrested him today. I think, but I
yeah,
don't want to say nothing on this. Say
yeah.
to
It's very
like that.
sensitive.
But I'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
Let the judicial
Uh,
system do their thing, fam.
yeah, 100%, 100%. I
wait,
think
wait,
that's
wait,
a
wait,
fair
wait, wait.
statement.
Why? It's
No, what I'm
it's
saying, Nico, what I'm saying is that the fact that I don't want to
Nippon
say
is gone.
anything and then I say something out of context because, bro, I'm wide, bro. I'll say stuff. I don't really business
Yeah,
about
I
this,
know
about
you.
this man
You don't
being.
have any
But
filter.
at the
You're like
same
me.
time, you have to say stuff that you don't want no one to just say you don't know what you're talking about because I'm not there. I wasn't involved in the situation. You get me? But if it's up
Yeah,
to me, fam,
yeah,
yeah, I don't know about football and that guy no more. I can tell you that.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not looking good if we're honest. It's not looking good for Mason. He's supposed to be doing court apparently he breached some bail rules. So we'll see. We'll see. He's
Yeah,
clearly not the most clever guy on earth, unfortunately. But we'll see. I think when once we get more information from the court,
yeah.
that will be something we can speak about more than.
Because it's just what? Is it Monday the 7th? It's going to be something like that?
Yeah, I think Monday is the
Yeah,
first.
that's
Yeah,
right there. People can wait a little bit. We get more information then.
yeah, 100%, 100%. Let's move on to Chelsea. They started the season with Thomas Tuchel. He got sacked. They move on to Graham Potter. What's your take on this season so far, and what's your predictions for Chelsea?
I think Chelsea will finish probably around fourth there. Like that area there, they'll be like there.
Yeah,
Just because the way they started their season, it wasn't looking good. It
yeah,
wasn't looking good, bro. But the fact that Potter plays a different style of football, and I think he have players at Chelsea that could fit what he does.
yeah,
The honest thing is, I don't know, like people like Sully Match and these man, they could have do the wing back thing, but now you have someone like Sterling. What, it's like how you fit this guy in. What do you do with him?
yeah. It's gonna be interesting, especially if Reece James is out for a very long time. I think that will be a massive miss for Chelsea. I do think that he's the best wing back. Probably, I think he's the best player. If I'm honest, I
Reece
do rate.
James, yeah.
Yeah, I rate Reece James. I think he's a fantastic
Me as
footballer.
well. I actually think Reece James is he could. I know people say will criticize this. I think he's the perfect medium between someone like Trent and Kyle
Yeah,
Walker and
Walker.
these things
Yeah,
there. He's like the perfect medium. He could go forward. He could
yeah,
defend. He's not the best defensive, yeah, but he could defend. He's better than Trent defensively. He
yeah,
can defend, and
yeah.
he's just a quality player. How old is Trent? Is James? He's what, 21?
I think so. Let me ask Nippon. Nippon, how old is Reece James?
He is. Oh, I can't remember. I've had a long day at work.
Okay, let's
I
go
don't
to
think
the.
he's old, so he could be around. He's like 21, 22. He's not that old, right?
Yeah, he's not old. I don't think he's old. He is 22 years old.
I
Reece
can't lie
James.
though. I think Chelsea might. I mean, obviously, I'm not a Chelsea fan, but I think they need to move on from Captain America fan because he ain't captaining big man.
Yeah, 100%. I do think some of these players that they have, like your Kai Havertz, your Pulisic, your Callum Hudson-Odoi,
Oh yeah, they
prob-
need to. They
they
need to
need
Callum
probably
move
Hudson
need
on.
to
Odoi
move.
is on loan at Leverkusen.
Yeah, but you need to
Loftus
get rid of
Cheek,
him.
all them kind of men there.
Yeah. But I
They
think
need
you
to move
appointed
on.
the right manager, and I think if you are patient with him, he's gonna do well with Chelsea. I think
I think so.
I think players like Ben Chilwell, Cucurella, Reece James, these players are gonna benefit Fofana from this new system and under this manager. It looks like Mason Mount is getting back into form as well. He's playing more where he needs to be playing. It's gonna even Aubameyang. We know Aubameyang is not gonna be involved in the game that much, but he's gonna score and he's
Yeah.
scoring.
I think Aubameyang plays not Aubameyang. Sterling plays better when you have someone like a focal point ahead of him. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
he's like he could. I don't think Sterling is the best creator, but he's
no,
someone that could draw defenders to him and
yeah, he
make
can use
space.
his
So it's
pace.
all about Aubameyang being clinical, and I don't think he's that clinical. Me personally, I don't think he's that clinical.
No, the thing with Aubameyang, what makes him a good striker is that he gets to a lot of opportunities. So he can get to four opportunities and score one or two goals. And everybody will be like, "Oh, he's clinical," but they forget that he missed like three sitters. So I do
Exactly.
agree. I think his movement has always been his biggest weapon in the box, and obviously the pace he used to have as well. Nippon, walk one with your stream. You go in black and white.
Yeah, man,
Moving
like
like
Nipper,
MJ.
Nippon internet out there moving like the coronavirus, fam. What's going on, bro? New. It's like some new trends coming out, bro.
Yeah. And you are echoing. I
I don't
can
think he hears us.
I can hear myself in the background. Can you hear us, Nippon?
No, uh, echo. What
Let
echo?
me check what you wrote.
I've got nothing on. I'm streaming from my phone.
I'm just gonna mute you and see if it goes away. Let's see. Yo, I think the echo is gone. So the echo is definitely coming from Nippon. I don't know how or why. But yeah, let's do this. I'll just mute
Right, let
him.
me hop out and hop back in.
Yeah, do that. That would be wonderful. Sorry for the interruption. Let's go through the chat a bit. And Manny is saying Dwight York, Shaka Hislop, Russell Latterby, legends.
I
And
mean,
he,
I
yeah,
mean, legend wise, yeah, we could just put Dwight York in there. Put Russell Latapi. I think he won the Champions League, you know, with Porto.
yeah,
Shaka Hislop was just a decent Premier League goalkeeper.
yeah,
Newcastle and West Ham, Reading, Portsmouth.
yeah, yeah.
Kevin Jones, don't put him in there. He's shit.
So Manny saying Chelsea to
Is the
finish.
echo still here?
It seems to be gone. Just a bit noisy background, but your echo seems to be gone. So Chelsea to finish second. I just believe the momentum will take them above Arsenal and the rest of the league. And mind you, they also have to play Man
Okay.
City, Arsenal, and United. He's saying Reece James is quality, but Aspicall has shown that he can come back in and do a job. And in January, they should try and go for Tariq Lamptey from Brighton to reunite with Potter and Cucurella.
So we thinking, you think like, wait, do you really like think he's worth the hype he gets though? Like, you know, a lot of people think
Mm.
that Lamberty is this special thing.
Lamptey doesn't even start for Brighton anymore.
Bro, I
We
don't
He's
we
so
just have
injured. He's so
he's
injured.
too injury prone and he's very reliant on his pace.
exactly, and I think
And
that without that, bro, he
I
with all
think
that
if
pace, he don't look
yeah
like nothing special. I'm just saying.
yeah without I mean pace is his strongest asset. Without it, what would you say he's good at? He's not good in defense. He's not very technical. He's okay on the ball, but he's not like
And he's not really a
amazing.
creator either. He just
No.
beats you with his pace and he like try to put a ball in. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. He kind of is like the Walcott of right wing backs, if that makes sense.
That's a violation.
Yeah, it does.
That's a violation. Man said Walcott of right backs in the nah.
But I think it's a fair comparison, isn't it?
Man
Because
like Walcott of 100 prem goals, you know.
yeah, yeah, I know it's a violation to Walcott, but I feel like Lamptey, there's a lot of hype around him. I had high expectation of him, but when you watch Brighton, he doesn't really play for them anymore. Not this season, not last season either. I think he's had one season where he's been a starter, and that's about it. And
Bro, let's be
obviously,
honest, yeah. He's a wing back. He's a right wing back. Sully March is a winger.
hmm
What we doing here, fam? Why is Sully March keeping you out of the team, fam?
yeah, yeah, I
You
know,
get what
I
I'm
know.
saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. But yeah, I do think I think Chelsea will finish third or fourth. I don't think they can. I don't think they will finish second. I do still think that they have a few issues in the squad. Like I do think that the drop off from Reece James to Aspie is getting bigger and bigger. I do think that Aspilicueta struggled last season a lot when he was playing, and I think that's one of the reasons why
Hmm.
Ruben Loftus Cheek is playing right wing back a lot. I do think that midfield, the balance isn't always correct, and I'm not too convinced with any of the goalkeepers, if I'm honest.
And what,
But I do
Kepa
think
and
that,
Mendy?
yeah.
I'll be honest with you, Kepa is looking a little deep
Yeah,
from what
Kepa
we
is
used with
better.
it, if that makes
Kepa is
sense.
better, and I do think he will continue to start. I do think he's more of a Graham Potter kind of goalkeeper because he likes Sanchez, and Kepa reminds me a lot about Sanchez, where got good
Mm.
distributions but has his shaky moments every here
And
and there.
I'm thinking that, you know what? I'm not trying to say Mendy is shit or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. People don't try to bite my head off. But what I'm saying is, I think
Right.
that all the little fame kind of got to him in terms of his decision making is a mad thing, fam. This guy does
Yeah,
some things that is like, yo, brother, what are you doing?
and maybe the race to the top went a bit too quick. He went from
Yeah, because
not
he got up
having a
there
job.
really quick. Yeah.
Yeah, he went from literally not having a job, not being a professional, to win the Champions League, win the AFCON, go to the World Cup, play in the Prem. Like, it's an amazing story, and obviously, as my countryman, I'm happy and proud for him. But I do think that maybe Chelsea is a higher level than he is.
Yeah, because they at Chelsea, you are not expected to have that much bad games, and they more or less expect you to perform and be consistent doing your job. Even though
Yeah,
you're just a goalkeeper, you need to show up and do your job.
yeah, every week, every week.
Hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, let's move on to Tottenham. There's been a lot of noise about
Man, bro.
Tottenham. Uh, they a lot of people are saying that they're not playing well, but listen, they're winning almost every week. They're just 4 points behind Arsenal.
They
Or I
really ain't
think they're
playing
one
well,
point
though,
behind us with one
but
game
they get
more.
results.
Yeah. So what do you make of that? Do you think is it one of them where it's not sustainable and it's gonna catch up with them, or are they gonna improve and then gonna play better and win even more?
I,
What do
I
you think?
personally think it's a bit of a tricky one because obviously, if you're not playing well and you're winning, you will take that any day. But if you're not, I mean, I don't mean you will take that any day. You will
Yeah,
take it in terms of you want the win. But
yeah,
the way he's playing, fam, that is not sustainable because the one game you have a bad game and you don't score, heads will drop because it's like we ain't playing well. We get this win. This game we didn't have a good game and we just hold this L.
yeah.
And look how they're playing in the Champions League. They ain't looking nothing special, bro. Like today, they play, did you watch the game today?
Yeah, I watched them. I almost fell asleep.
What you talk about the penalty for Kane?
Oh, come on. It's not a pen. But
Bro,
for
I
me,
mean, I know you're Arsenal fan and you might not want them to have anything nice, yeah. But what I'm saying is,
do you know what the
I know
problem is,
Pickford
really?
spilled it. I know
I
he
do not.
spilled it, yeah. But he tried to go for the ball. It's not like his hands pulled Kane down. His
Yeah,
head hit Kane tight, bro. How is
yeah.
that a pen, fam?
I don't know. But the problem is, realist. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do not know what a pen is anymore in Premier League because look at our pen last week against Liverpool, and we've seen lots of situations where it's like, is that really a pen? And then you see situations where you be like, oh, that's definitely a pen, and it doesn't get given. So it's like I
Yeah.
don't know what is a foul anymore. What's not a foul? Like I'm just tired. Like this, the only thing consistent with referees is that they
It's
make
bad
poor
decisions.
decisions. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the only thing that's consistent with them, and it's a problem. It's a big problem because it's having a major impact on games. And I don't want to speak about ref on every game. It's boring. It's jarring. But oh my god, even the
I
Crystal
think they
Palace
need
and
to
Leicester
take
game.
accountability though for their nonsense though.
Yeah, but they won't because they're protected by the FA and they're all
No, but
mates.
what
So
I mean is like I was saying this in a stream. I think you was there, Tariq was there. If you
yeah,
make bad decisions and you continuously do it, you're in the
you're
Premier League.
demoted.
You go to the Championship. At the most, you go to the
Yeah,
Championship.
100%, 100%.
You keep messing up. We keep going down here until you end up with somewhere like you're playing as a Sunday League level, Bruker. So
Listen, if
you
a
will
play
know to hold yourself accountable for your nonsense.
if a player plays poorly, eventually get benched. If a manager does poorly, eventually they get sacked. The referees are the only one who can do poorly and not get demoted, and it's wrong.
It's not right. It's not right. It's not right
It's wrong.
because this could decide winning the league or relegation.
Yeah,
A bad
yeah, yeah,
decision, bro. It could decide
yeah,
it.
yeah. It could, it could, it could, it could, it could, it could. We see that every year. It's like it's always like one or 2 point difference between who's winning the league, who's getting into Champions League, and who's getting relegated.
Yeah, and sometimes it's based on a bad decision took place or something. So come on, bro. These people need to sort this out.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Yeah,
I
man.
agree.
Referees need some sort of punishment as well.
Nippon, you can talk, but I think off your camera until you're ready to hold it so we can see your face. Yeah,
Yeah, can
yeah,
you
Oh,
can
yeah.
you
You
hear
can
me?
talk. Yeah, we can
yeah,
hear
I
you.
hear you.
What's your view on Tottenham this season, and what's your expectation of them?
Um, I know this may sound crazy because
Yeah,
it's not what Tottenham usually do, but I
yeah.
think Antonio Conte is going to end their trophy drought.
Interesting.
Okay. And like which trophy though? Like what you looking at? So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. You need to be more clear. Are we talking Carabao, FA, Champions League, Premier League?
Europa League.
You can forget about the Premier League and the Champions League.
Okay.
So it's one of the two domestic trophies.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Because I think Man City won the FA Cup back again.
You
I,
think
I, I
Oh,
You think Pep is coming out here and fighting for him?
yeah, I
The
think
FA
last
Cup is
season
one competition.
yeah,
The FA Cup is one competition that Man City do not do well in.
haven't they won it a couple of times
Yeah, I was
under
about to say they won it a couple of times.
yeah,
I know
under
last season
Pep.
they didn't have the best, but yeah,
I think they won in 2018, right? I think last year Liverpool won it. Year before was Leicester. Year before that Arsenal. Year before that was Man City. And year before that was Man City again, I think. So they do win it. We'll see. I think
They haven't
because
won it for
we
quite some time.
yeah, I think 2018 was the last time they won it, or was it 19, something like that. The year before we won it, they won it. But I think now with when they have Haaland now, he's gonna go for it. You just know it. And the fact that Liverpool
you know
last
what with
year
this Haaland,
almost
yeah.
won the quadruple, that hurt him, Pep.
You know what my thing with this Haaland thing, yeah.
Are you
Yeah,
scared?
When we remember last season when we played City after they
yeah,
scored, I think the game finished 2-1. Yeah, 2-1. After they
yeah,
scored their two goals, these man basically sat back and was just passing the ball all around us, just still taking the piss out of us.
yeah.
This season when they
Luke,
played
who
us,
do you
though, it's
support?
like
He supports Man United.
Haaland this side said, like Pep said, yo, y'all could take your foot off the gas, and Haaland was like, yo, bun you, fam. I'm battering these man. This guy just wants to score goals, fam.
Yeah, yeah.
The
But
guy
the
just
reason
wants to
why I
score
think
goals, fam.
Spurs won't win a trophy this season is because they haven't impressed in any of the top 6 games they've played.
I don't even.
They
That's not
didn't
even the thing
impress
with
against
me.
Chelsea. They didn't impress against us. They haven't impressed in Champions League. And I think that if you want to win a trophy, you're gonna have to win against one or two top 6 sides in any of the competition, whether it's
I think
Carabao
I
or
think
FA Cup.
Tottenham I think Tottenham are going to have a routine victory against Man City. They're beating them at least once. It's their bogey team.
Yeah, I
Mm,
don't know
Tottenham
about
or
this,
Man
yeah, I
man.
City's
don't know
bogey
about that.
team.
This is like
Nippon, have you seen Tottenham how they play?
Tottenham's defense doesn't impress me, Nippon. Even I mean, if Everton were a bit more clinical, they scored 2 goals today. And if
But
that's
every
Haaland
team has
on
a
that
bogey
Onana
team.
chance,
I,
Every
I,
team has a bogey team. Look,
yeah,
you
until you
guys.
I
play against
understand that. I
Haaland,
understand that.
until you play against Haaland,
There's one team Haaland
Look,
didn't score against this
they were
season, and
beating.
that's
Look,
Dortmund.
Tottenham were beating Man City when they had a better striker than Haaland in
A
Sergio
better
Aguero.
player.
Do not,
I'm not sure if he's.
do not tell
Aguero
me.
is a better footballer.
Oh, come on! Don't a
No, no, no,
prime.
no. Listen to this. Listen to this. Aguero is a better footballer, and I prefer Aguero as a player. But as a striker, scoring goals, it's a sticky one. I've not seen anyone score 14 goals in 8 games before.
But
I'm just saying.
but
I'm
but
just
how do
saying.
you know? How do you know that Haaland isn't going to have like? Uh, uh, how do you know that he's not going to let fame get to his head, and then he's gonna
He's
Well,
too driven though. He's too
he's
driven
been
like?
though.
How do you know
famous
he'll
since he
end up?
was 15. So like he was the super kid in Norway. He had all the attention, and he had all the attention when he went to Salzburg, and then it continued when he went to Dortmund, and he's he's always been famous because there ain't many footballers famously coming from Norway. It's him and Odegaard, and it never got to his head. And you don't see him being out and about in nightclubs and drinking, and he just seems to be a very serious and motivated kid.
And besides that, he's too driven though. That guy
Yeah,
just
yeah,
wants to win, fam.
yes,
And
yes,
and if you listen to his dad is
yeah,
already talking about Real Madrid.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
these men are just here, and City's a stepping stone. It's like, yo, you man can say what you want.
yeah,
In 2 years' time, 3 years' time,
yeah,
I'm gone.
yeah. He
So
wants to
City
break
need to
records.
try to win that Champions League quick. They need to try to win it quick.
Yeah, yeah,
Seed,
yeah,
Seed.
yeah.
Do you think? Do you think Man City could join you guys, as the next Invincibles?
Of course they can, but if they will, it's another question. But of course they can. They have the ability. They have the
They came
squad. They have the
close.
manager. Of course they can do it, but it's so early.
Here's here's
Ask
a
me again.
potential question for you.
Yeah,
Here's a question for you.
yeah.
You know you hate Man. You know your most hated. I know your most hated team is Man United.
Yeah,
Um, How much does the Invincibles mean to you?
it means a lot.
Hmm.
It means a lot.
Okay, this is a future scenario. Man
Okay.
City are unbeaten in 37.
Yeah,
Final day of the season.
yeah,
Arsenal are second place. Sorry,
yeah.
no. The league is pretty much wrapped up.
Okay.
Man City won the league.
Yeah,
Final day of the season.
yeah,
It's the Manchester Derby.
yeah,
Man City. If Man City get a result or win
yeah,
that game,
yeah,
they join you as Invincibles.
yeah.
Would you want Man United to win that one game,
Of
or
course.
would you let City join you as the Invincibles?
No, I think what you should have that's
Yeah,
too
he
easy. Of
didn't put
course,
it. That's too easy, Nippon. You
that's too
didn't fix it
easy.
right. You
Like,
should have picked it up and say, United will probably win the league,
yeah, if it was,
or
yeah, that's harder.
you get me.
Yeah,
No.
You, you, you,
No, City have the league
yeah, but you
no,
made
wrapped
it
it,
up.
too easy.
It's just
Anybody
that.
will say that
yeah.
they want
Obviously, if
United to
City's
win.
gonna win the league, and all I need is United to beat them for them to not become invincibles, then that's fair play. But if let's say it's a scenario where they're on the exact same point and United need to win for City to not become invincibles, but then United will win the league. What do I want? That's a harder scenario.
Of course, you wouldn't want United to win the league.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. But to be fair, listen, with me, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not too fussed about history and stuff like that. If City become an invincible, fair play to them. Like for me, is I always concentrate on my team. We just need to make sure we do our thing. Honestly, if someone else makes something great, fair play to them. I'm not a hater. I just want my team to do well. So if City this season becomes an invincible, then they deserve it. And I'm not a
That's like what
hater.
you asked me earlier, though. That's like what you asked me earlier before you jumped on.
Yeah,
With
yeah, yeah,
if I would prefer City or Arsenal to win the league.
yeah,
I already told you, bro. Nah, burn you,
yeah,
man, bro. City can
yeah.
win the league if they want. These men are still behind. You, man, on
Listen,
the other hand, nah, bro. Let me be honest. If you, man, win the league after block you,
oh,
after block Tariq, after block
yeah.
Crab, after block Moss, all of you, man. If City win the league, who am I blocking?
I know, I know. I was even trying
If
to
you
get City
guys win
fan
the
on
seed,
the
if
stream, but I
you
couldn't
guys
find
win the
any.
league,
Yeah,
seed, if you guys win the league,
yeah,
I mean, I'll be happy for you. I
yeah,
won't be happy for Arsenal as a club, but
yeah,
I'll be happy for people like you,
yeah,
Steve Featley TV, League Honor.
yeah.
I'll be happy for the content creators, but just not for the club itself. You know what I mean, Said.
Yeah, I know, I know, I know. I know exactly what you mean. I mean, it would mean a lot to see Arsenal lift the trophy again, a league trophy. It would mean
But
everything.
nah.
I'm all for that,
Nah.
but yeah, let's move on to Arsenal then. Oh, before that, what's your season prediction for Spurs, guys? Both of you, before we move on to Arsenal.
Why don't you
Uh,
get a Tottenham supporter on?
I tried
I
to,
don't
I mean,
but
know,
you have a.
bro.
they all bottle it like they always do.
I
Even
really,
after they win a game, man. Even after they win a game and they still can't show up.
Ah, no.
I don't know, Kate. To me, it's probably, I know how I said Chelsea probably forward, so Spurs, they will look like Spurs. I, I don't know, bro. I don't know when it comes to them, man, bro. I know that they ain't winning the league. I can tell you they ain't coming top two. I know that. That's it. But I don't know, bro. I don't know about them, man, there, bro. I know they ain't playing well. I can tell you that they ain't playing well.
Yeah.
They ain't playing well. I don't know, bro.
Do you
Did you
guys
try
think
any
Conte
of?
does Conte stay the whole season, or if Juve sack Allegri and
If
sell
Bin
him?
Laden gets sacked at Juve,
Yeah,
he's gone, bro. I think he's gone, bro.
yeah,
Because come on, Serie A, fam. This type of football he likes to play suits it perfect.
yeah, yeah. It does. It does. It does.
Um, but the thing is, I'm not sure that Juve would want to go for Antonio Conte.
Well, they
Why
went back to
not?
Allegri, so I don't see why they wouldn't want to go back to Conte.
Yeah, why not? That's like a
That's
legend there
exactly
for
my
them.
point. Don't you? They. I don't. As in, like, die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. I
Yeah,
don't
but
think
I
they'll
think,
make the same mistake twice.
but it's different because Conte has continued to be successful after leaving
He
Juventus.
just can't do it in Europe. That's the only thing.
Allegri left Juventus already dying, and then they took him back whilst dying. He hasn't done anything after leaving Juve.
You get what I'm trying to say, though, right?
No, I understand exactly what you mean, and it's fair play. It's fair play. It's
Yeah,
fair
I'll
play.
be cautious. If I was Juve's board, I'd be cautious. Like, what we are make. I'd be like, I don't want to make the same mistake again. Let's go for someone else.
Yeah, I think the problem with I don't want to go in too much to Juve, but I think the problem with Juve is more the direction they've taken with transfers and players they bought. I mean, I look at the Juventus squad and it's terrible. It's
True.
not a good team. I don't fear them. I hope they drop down to the
You
Europa
don't
League.
fear Juve.
No,
Hell no. Have you seen
no
them play
way. Have you
recently,
seen them
Nippon?
play? Like, forget about the name, big club status, and all of that. Look into the squad and tell me how many of the players do you actually rate?
Leonardo Bonucci.
How old is he now?
Who?
Bonucci. He's still
Oh,
like
he's like
35.
35,
30,
36.
34, 35 around there.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, come
he's
on, come
fast.
on.
He's a
Defenders.
good centre back.
Defenders have a.
Ye- Yeah, but you have
Yeah,
to
but
understand.
Nippon, this is. I mean, I understand the Serie A and the
Yeah,
league is slower, so they could get away with this.
yeah,
But all right,
Okay,
let's say you're getting
Thiago
away with the
Silva.
defender being slower, but these men
yeah,
are not scoring like that, bro. They have Vlahovic is a brilliant player. Don't get me wrong. They have
yeah,
decent players in their team, but the way Allegri is trying to play, it's just not. It's not it. It is not it. It's like Simeone at Atletico Madrid.
yeah.
Terrorist football, man. It's horrible to watch.
It is
Horrible.
horrible, and it's sad because Juve. I used to like them, but I
You're
can't
not gonna
watch
say
them
Juve
play.
was
It's
a
so
team, bro.
boring. Like I remember Carumanesi, Del Piero,
Okay.
these players. I used to
Um.
really like Juve, but they have players
Let's.
like Moise Keane is starting for them. Quadrado is still starting for them. Danilo, like this is
Man,
not
like Quadrado, you know.
Alexandro.
Quadrado.
Like
Realist, can I ask you a question? You say
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Atletico Madrid and Juventus play terrorist football.
Oh, it's
Okay,
horrible.
would you rather play Hollywood football? Sorry, would you rather play terrorist football and win trophies, or play Hollywood football and win fuck all?
All
you
right.
always want to win trophies.
I'll
There you
answer you
go.
this here. Wait, hold on, Nip, hold on. I'll answer you this, and I'll come back with a point. Obviously, you want to win trophies. That's the aim of sports. You want to win, but football is something that fans spend all week working, so they put aside their money to go to the game on a weekend in order to support the club and all that. And you spend all week being stressed out working and go there on a weekend to watch your team do nothing to get you off the edge of your seat. Come on, Nipper. You don't want to watch that. Especially if you go in there in the rain or the snow or all
But
this
if
bad weather to watch that.
it ends in a trophy,
Yeah,
Nippon,
it doesn't matter.
you won't go there for all 38 games to watch that. You won't go. Most times
yeah,
your stadium will be empty because they're not entertained. They're not entertained, bro.
yeah.
Every
Sport.
game you win
Let's
it
not
1-0
forget.
or our own goal. You want to watch that?
Yeah, let's not forget. Sports is supposed to entertain you. It's supposed to, everything that's normal in your day. Sport is supposed to be that thing you're looking forward to and get excited and be the abnormal. So for me, playing good football is important as well. And there's a difference between playing bad football and dreadful football. And right now, you are playing dreadful football, and I can't see them win anything. They're not winning the Serie A. They're not winning Champions League. I don't think they're winning any of the
I
domestic cups.
don't. You don't think they're winning the Champions League? I don't think
Juventus.
they're getting out of their group.
Yeah,
I'll be
exactly. So,
real. They're not
so,
getting out of their group.
so what's the point then? Like they are seventh in Serie A, and they played one more game than a lot of teams that are under them. So it's like they could be eighth by tomorrow if Inter
I
Milan
mean,
wins.
they.
If Napoli wins, they're 10 points behind them already. Napoli.
Yeah, but the thing with Napoli is though, Napoli start every season like this. They start off
They,
doing
they
well,
got
but they don't continuously. But you see, homeboy out there, I call him Special K, fam. I ain't got time trying to pronounce that brother name, fam. 10 million. 10 million. What
yeah.
what the rest of our teams in Europe doing scouting? Yeah?
I don't know. He's so good, man. Special K. He's the man. He's the real deal. I rate him. I rate him.
Giacomo, I don't know what his first name is. That
I ain't even
You call
Rasputin.
him
trying.
Special
I
K.
ain't even
I'm
trying,
not
bro.
even gonna try and bottle his name
Man like
because
Kellogg's, all them thing there. I don't know, bro.
yeah,
I ain't
yeah,
even trying.
it's, we just call him Special K. He's a
He
special
is
talent.
so good.
Yeah. He's the real deal. He's a different maker. You can tell when you see a special player. You can just tell. But yeah, I think Spurs. Let's see. I think Spurs fourth, Chelsea third.
I could take all of that there. Yeah, that's calm. I could take all that.
Mm, who do you see finishing second?
I think Arsenal finished second. If I'm honest.
Yeah. Usually, this is what happens.
Well,
I
as
go
things
and
stand,
I'm gonna tell you
as
something.
things stand, I'll be doing a watch along wearing an Arsenal jersey.
Fair play. You heard it here. You heard it here. If Arsenal
Bro.
No,
finish second,
wasn't that our deal though? First, the deal was that I go to the Emirates
yeah,
and watch a game there.
yeah. If we win the league, and if we finish
No,
second,
no,
you
no, no,
will
no,
when
no, no,
Arsenal
no, no,
second.
no, no, no. I actually don't know. I actually don't know what I will if you win the league. I actually
Yeah,
don't know what
we'll
I'm
come
going to
we'll
do.
come to that to the end of the stream. But the reason why I think Arsenal might finish second is because we just seem to have that luck this season when it comes to decisions. Uh, like even look at the Liverpool game for example. We were lucky with the Gabriel situation, and we were lucky with the penalty. These
Hmm.
things we're usually unlucky. We just seem to have that momentum. We seem to have luck on our side. The match going fan seems to be behind the club and create a good atmosphere. Just seems to be that year for Arsenal. And I think if this was any other top six club, take out the Arsenal name, let's put Chelsea or Liverpool or whoever, looking at the way we are playing and the luck we have, you wouldn't say it's crazy to say that this club can finish second.
Yeah, but
But
I don't know.
the thing is with Chelsea and Liverpool is that they've been managed really well.
Yeah, but Liverpool were unmanaged
Arsenal, on
for
the
a
other
very
hand,
long time
have been
until
in
they became
disarray
managed well.
for quite some time.
Yeah, but is it fair to say then that this was the actual process? So the manager comes in, he's a new manager, he's never managed before. First thing is to get rid of the old players like your David Luiz, your Socrates, your Mustafis, your Kolasniak. Like people forget how many dead players we actually had. Your Lichtsteiners, like these players were playing for Arsenal Football Club. Your
But do you not
Mkhitaryan.
think? But do you not think Arteta is a bit of a disciplinarian, and he only
I
oh
mean,
god, and
it
he
looks like
only
that, didn't it?
takes yes men.
But
Like that's why.
but,
Do you
but Nippin, what
not
I
think
want
that's
to
why
say
he
is,
uses the youth so much? That because they're all yes men.
but Partey is not a youth, right?
I would say it's yes men though.
Granit Xhaka is not a youth.
I wouldn't say it's yes men to
Jesus
be
is not
fair.
a youth. Tinchenko, Tierney. There's a lot of players that are not youths
No, as in
and
like
got big
yes
egos
men.
and big statements. No. I think with Arteta is that he only wants to work with players who wants to listen to him. And it makes sense. Why would you want to
I,
work with a
That's
player that
basically a
doesn't want to
yes
listen
man.
to you?
That's
no, no,
basically
No,
a
no,
it's
no.
yes
It's
man.
not that one. No, it's not that
no.
one. Let's be
No, it's
honest,
not.
yeah.
It's not. It's
Let's
not.
be
It's not.
honest, yeah. If you run in a club, you want to sign players that are basically on their second contract, so
Yeah.
they're willing to listen to you because they want to make their money, so they want to sign, they want to do their job, they want to
Yeah.
impress, so they will work harder for you. So it's not about a yes man. It's about getting the best out of your team,
Like,
and they're
tell me
basically
any
giving you that.
successful manager that wants player who doesn't listen to them. Like Klopp got rid of a lot of players that didn't listen to him. Pep got rid of a lot of players that didn't listen to him. Conte does it all the time. Like you have to do that. You need your squad to follow your rules because you have your philosophy, you have your style of play. So if you tell a player to do X and they want to do Y, then they're destroying the whole plan.
Okay, so say if Mikel Arteta asks, I don't know, Gabby Jesus to play in goal,
Yeah.
does that does he have to say yes? I'll play
If
in
he does
goal.
what, ask
But
Jesus
why
to
would
play
he
goal.
say that? Like you're taking an example that will never happen.
Yeah,
Like
this is a
we have
mad
to
thing. He
use
ain't doing it for.
realistic examples. So if you, for example, tell me, let's say he tells Gabriel Jesus, you're gonna have to play on the right wing this game because I want to play Eddie up top. Then you have to listen to your manager 100%. because he's the manager. You can't tell the manager, no, I'm not doing that. I'm doing what I want. That doesn't work in elite football. You won't have sustainable success if your players goes against you, because you will lose the respect and you will lose the dressing
Yeah,
room and you get sacked.
exactly.
So I don't know, like people get triggered with Arteta being a disciplinarian, but every top manager is a disciplinarian.
Yeah, I still don't even think
Is
he's a
Pep a
disciplinarian.
disciplinarian?
Is
I don't
who?
think he's a disciplinarian. I think
Is
it's more or
Pep
less.
a
Pep. Pep.
disciplinarian?
Pep got
Of
rid of
course he is.
Ronaldinho, the best player in the world, because he didn't train good enough.
Who was this best
Ronaldinho.
player?
Pep got rid of Ronaldinho when Ronaldinho was in his prime because he didn't train good enough. Pep got rid of Eto'o because Eto'o didn't listen to him. Pep got rid of Yaya Toure. Pep
Zlatan.
got rid of Joe Hart.
Zlatan.
Like
Yeah, and now
Zlatan.
because of that Yaya Toure thing, Pep is never winning a Champions League in his managerial career
But
again.
that's
Pep
not the
had Thierry
argument.
Henry. Pep
But,
had
but
Thierry
that's
Henry and had
but
him play as a winger.
wait,
And not,
Nippon.
go ahead,
The
go ahead.
argument you asked me was, is Pep a disciplinarian? And I just giving you examples. Let's not jump to another. Let's stay on the topic. Yes, Pep is a disciplinarian, and there's lots of examples where he's got rid of good, big egos who doesn't listen to him. So yes, he's a disciplinarian.
Was Ronaldinho an ego?
Yes, of course, Ronaldinho was an ego. He did what he want. Yes, he would be on the field, he would laugh, but he would go and party even when they told him not to. That's the ego. You're supposed to be training. I mean, if Ronaldinho was disciplined, he would have the best career of any footballer because he's the most talented footballer we've seen.
Well, more than Messi.
Messi has discipline. That's why he's had his career he's had. And Messi respect and listen to Pep. You can tell by the way he's speaking about him. Xavi, Iniesta, all these players. The reason why they lasted so long with Pep was because they listened to him.
Okay. Yeah. Because, bro, I'll never forget. If you all watch, there's a documentary with Pep, Pass the Ball, Move the Ball. I think that's the name of it, bro.
Yeah.
He basically told Henry, even if you run 100 times to the game and you don't get the ball, just keep running there.
Yeah.
Brother, you have Henry just running as a winger,
Yeah.
and don't want him to cut in, just because you wanted to hold the weight for Messi to come in on the other side.
Yeah.
Bro, I remember there was a Ukrainian defender that made a long pass to Ibra. Ibra scored. Pep subbed him.
Yeah.
You know why? Don't play long balls in my team, bro. I was like, this guy is a crackhead.
Yeah.
You scored a goal and stopped the run, you know? I'm like, yo, this is mad.
He did the same to Henry in a Champions League game where he went inverted and scored a goal, and he was like, "No, I told you to hold the width," and he subbed him up. Thierry Henry. So there's lots of disciplinarians. I mean, Klopp, when he came to Liverpool, he got rid of your Balotelli, your Benteke, your Mamadou Sakho.
Mm-hmm.
He got rid of players who didn't listen or wanted to play his style of football. It's normal.
Yeah.
Like, I just think that people, because of Arteta is a new manager and he doesn't have clout and he doesn't have the CV, everything he does seems to be wrong or controversial because it's Arteta. But I think if you really deep it, it's normal. How many players? Conte got rid of Diego Costa after winning him the league.
It's kind of mad, you know, to think about it.
Yeah.
But I think it's Pep is a disciplinarian, brother. But Arteta is different. And I'm not an Arteta fan. I can't stand it, brother. I just watch the all or nothing thing just to laugh, bro. When he starts getting when you lose and his voice starts going to the high pitch, I just watched it to laugh, bro. But I can see why the guy wants younger players, because honestly, Arsenal had to build something. You can't just keep going with the older players. So you have to build. So you bring in players. So I'm not mad at him, fam. I'm not mad at him.
But he had to find something to do. And let's be honest, we weren't going to go and buy players in the prime that were world class. They weren't going to come to Arsenal. So he had to build young with potential.
Yeah. and
You
get them
said,
to buy into his philosophy, so
yeah,
they will stick behind him and support the manager.
and it's working. It's working. It's working so far.
The Granit Xhaka thing, though, I can't understand that one. Though, still, that's kind of mad.
Yeah,
The love he have for Xhaka is a mad thing. Still, though, I can't explain that one.
but let me tell you this, realist, yeah. And I just look at it as myself, yeah. I'm a bit of a controversial person, yeah, and I
Oh,
also
you
a bit
know
of a
me, bro. I'm the same thing, bro.
controversial player as well. I see where Shaka is coming from because I kind of had that attitude as well, where I don't take shit from anyone. I don't care who you are. You understand? And we gave him a lot of shit. That doesn't justify him telling the fans to fuck off. But I could see myself do something similar as well if that was me. But
Mm-hmm.
he's proven now that he's ready to work for the club. He's ready to work for the badge, and he's turned the corner and he's actually performing. So I rather have that. A player that made a mistake gets a second chance and show that he deserved it, than do the opposite.
Yeah.
If that
And to
makes
be
sense.
honest, yeah, I think me and Tariq was talking, and if you really deep it, he have a big comeback. You know, if you really look at him, like if you really look at Xhaka from how he was and how people had him down, bro, to how he is now, bro. He's made
Yeah.
a big comeback, bro.
No, it's good. I like to see it. It's a great story, honestly, and fair play
Me
to him.
personally, I just like to see him get red cards, bro. But he's doing this thing, fam. He's doing this
Now
thing.
he's doing his thing. He's
He needs to
playing well.
Who's
piss off and
this?
stop scoring against United, though. But yeah, it is what it
Granit
is.
Xhaka. He's
Granit
turned the
Xhaka, you
corner.
know.
He's probably the most improved Premier League player.
I have a question for both of you. Bias without bias
Okay.
Nah, I'm a
to
fair guy.
your
Don't worry.
respective clubs.
Yeah.
Who would you say is a bigger bozo, Harry Maguire or Gabriel Magalhaes?
Maguire.
Wire easily.
It's easy. That is easy, bro.
Yeah, that's fine.
The fact that Maguire don't help himself with some of the stuff he says, Nippon.
Yeah.
He says stuff, and
Not
then
just
he would
what
say
he's
something
on the field. It's
he
everything
would
he
say
does.
something like,
But have you realised, Gabriel, how many mistakes this season has Gabriel Magalhaes made that
He's
have
made.
all
either
right,
led
I'll
to?
come to
Okay.
that.
Let me finish. Let me
Go on,
Yeah,
go on,
yeah.
go
finish.
on.
Let me finish. How many mistakes this season has Gabriel made that has either led to a shot on target of an opposing striker or led to an opposition team scoring?
Okay, I can answer that. So since Gabriel Magalhaes joined Arsenal, he's made 3 errors leading to a goal, and he's caused 2 penalties. So that's 5 mistakes that's led to a goal.
Wasn't one of those mistakes when he wiped out Bruno?
No, but listen,
Yeah, but Nippon.
defenders make mistakes. Like
Yeah.
I've seen Van Persie turn up John Terry. Like I've seen John Terry on the Andres Villas-Boas looking meaty. Like I'm not comparing Gabriel to John Terry. All I'm saying is that we seem to forget that even the best of the best defenders make mistakes. Yes, Gabriel's had a
Was it a really
shaky.
good dribble? All I'm asking is, was it a poor attempt from Terry or just a really good dribble from Van
No,
Persie?
it was poor from Terry. He
I'll,
wasn't
I'll,
looking.
I'll, I'll end this. I'll end this conversation quicker for you, though.
Yeah,
Look at this, Nippon. When you have your captain, you're supposed to be a leader, the main man on the pitch for you, who's supposed to rally your troops to you, right? When he's taking out his own players on the pitch, and his players
yeah,
are
yeah. I
cussing him
haven't
and telling
seen
them
that.
to piss off.
Yeah,
Bro, tell me who's the bigger bozo, fam. Tell
yeah,
me who's the bigger
yeah. I
bozo.
haven't seen Gabriel tackle any Arsenal defenders.
Bro, this guy is always tackling his own players, fam. So tell me who's the bigger bozo in Gabriel and Maguire.
Yeah,
Maguire takes his hands down, bro.
yeah. No, it's not even close. Honestly, it's not close. Like Maguire is on his own level when it comes to mistakes. Gabriel just needs to step up. That's it. Like his concentration level, he needs to step up. honestly.
So wait,
A
the
lot of
best
them,
defenders have made mistakes that have led to goals.
Not the amount he makes. He makes too much.
yeah,
Sergio
he makes,
Ramos.
like for me with Gabriel, yeah,
When
because
when
we're
has
speaking
Sergio
about
Ramos has
Sergio
Sergio
Ramos.
Ramos ever made?
He just got a red card last week.
But the
Like
guy had the most
Ramos
red cards of
plays
defenders,
so
bro. So that should
beautiful.
tell you
So,
something.
hey, Sergio Ramos.
No,
Listen,
as
I
in
love
like
him, but
no,
Ramos make mistakes. You can ask
no,
Real Madrid
meaning
fan.
that has led to an opposition
Plenty,
goal.
plenty.
I'll
The
tell
thing
you,
with
one of my
Ramos,
favorite
he's a
defenders
risk
of all
taking.
time, right, is a guy by the
That
name
has
of Yap
led to
Stam.
goals.
Yap
Ramos
Stam,
is a
right?
risk taking defender, and
Yap Stam is one of my favorite defenders, right?
yeah,
Right? This
yeah,
guy, I saw Balistuta rip him apart. I saw
yeah,
R9 rip him apart for us. You know, when I say rip him
yeah,
apart, I'm talking about his mistakes led to the goals. And
yeah,
Yap Stam is one of the best defenders ever to grace the
yeah,
pitch in the Premier League. One
yeah,
of the best ever. And I
yeah.
saw them rip him apart.
Listen, Maldini is my favorite all-time defender, yeah, and I've seen him make big mistakes and get ripped apart. It's part of
He
football.
And you
Like
know what he
sometimes,
said, right? You know what he
yeah,
said too? This is a famous quote from him and Cannavaro. He said, as a
yeah,
defender, once you
yeah,
have to go to the ground, you're already messed up and you made a mistake.
yeah.
Has Maldini ever made mistakes that have led to an opposition goal?
Plenty, plenty,
Yes.
plenty. I used to watch almost every Milan game. I used to like Milan was almost like a second team to me. I used to love Rui Costa, Shevchenko,
Oh, ballers, ballers.
Nesta, Maldini, Cafu, like Costa Curta, Sedorf, Pirlo, like Milan back in the days. It was a
They were
beautiful.
unstoppable.
Yeah, they were. But listen, sometimes we remember the good times and we forget the bad times with our legend. It's normal, but they had stinky games. Everyone, even your Beckenbauers, your Cannavaros. It doesn't matter whatever defender you name. They've
I
had
can't even talk
dirty
about
games.
this.
Obviously, but
So it's like Gabriel is a
no
good
way,
defender.
legends making mistakes that have led to goals.
Yes,
That is
100%.
so. That is so surprising.
No, but it's football, Nippon. They're humans.
Yeah,
They
it
will have
happens.
games where they out of form. They've had games where they fight with their wife and didn't go to sleep early and wake up next day, and they're humans, of course. Like they've made mistakes. I mean, our Niners had games where we just missed early cheap chances. Henri, like whichever player you mention, I've seen CR7, Messi miss sitters. Like they are humans. They make mistakes, whether they
I love
attackers
Henry as
or
a player.
defenders.
Henry never really scored in the final. And I
Yeah,
love
and
Henry
it's
as a
true.
player.
Yeah, and it's true. He's my all-time favorite Arsenal player, but he never scored in any final, and he should have scored in the Champions League final, but he didn't. And that's the truth. As good as he was, as many trophies as he won us,
Look,
as many beautiful memories we had from him, and epic moments, epic goals, they make mistakes, Nitin. All of them. Whichever player you mention that I watch football, I can tell you they've made a mistake, no matter how good they were. It's all right. But yeah, let's move on from Arsenal. Let's move to. What's your prediction, by the way, before we move on?
I'll have Arsenal to finish second.
What about you, Nippon?
as of right now,
Yeah,
I think you guys will finish second.
all right. Fair play. Let's move
I
on
might,
to.
I might have to wash my mouth out with soap after saying that.
Yeah, I know that hurts. It hurts even more for realists.
You'd
No,
probably have to say
it's
the
not that
same.
deep for me.
If
It's not that deep for me, because I don't blame other teams for my team being shit. I blame my team for being shit. If
Yeah,
these
you
men
like
were set
me.
up as a proper football club, we wouldn't be in
Yeah,
this promotion. I wouldn't have to say stuff like this. Because
yeah,
I would
yeah,
be saying, yo, one new man, we win in the league. You get me? But I can't
yeah,
say that.
yeah. I'm like that. I always put my club accountable. So it's like if another club does well, then fair play to them. We didn't do what we were supposed to do. That's how I look at it. So let's move on to Leicester City quickly.
Leicester.
What's going on at Leicester, and
Oh,
will they survive? That's the big
that
question.
game was so dead
Yeah,
today.
it was awful.
Oh my
Probably the worst game I
god.
watched this season.
Nah, yesterday game was dead as well. The bloody
Yeah,
Villa.
but
You
at
see
least
Villa,
we got
bro.
some goals yesterday.
Oh, it's not. Yesterday wasn't Villa. Yesterday was Villa.
Yes, Luke, they did.
No, yesterday. Who played yesterday?
Brentford. I know Brentford play.
Yeah. Brentford played yesterday. They won 2-0.
Oh, you see Villa, yeah. Steven Gerrard needs brother. Nah, dip out, fam. Nah.
But Steven Gerrard's been on my fraud watch for the longest. Just ask Bobby. He knows what I feel about Gerrard.
Nah, but still, yeah. Leicester, whatever is going on there, fam, it's not nice, fam. It's not nice.
Where do you have them finish?
Probably. I don't think they will go down. I know they have financial problems, but I don't think they will go down. I think they have
Me
too
neither.
much in their team to, just to stay up. So I think probably just survive from around 16, 15. You can survive.
Yeah. I think I have them like 15th. What about you, Nippon?
Villa,
No, Leicester.
Leicester.
Leicester,
Yeah.
17th.
Oh.
I think they'll survive relegation on
Yeah.
goal difference.
I think they will turn up. I think what will save them is individual brilliance from your Madisons, your Barnes, your that guy Iheanacho. I think because they have these kind of players that your Bournemouth and your Nottingham Forest and your Southampton doesn't have. I think that will be why they survive, not because they are playing well. I just think they have too many quality players, and the season is gonna be long for your Nottingham Forest, your Bournemouth.
I have a question for both of you.
Yeah, go on.
Which goal? It's a question for all of us. I'm going to answer it as well.
Okay, yeah.
Which goal did your team concede, which made you sit back and say, fair play? That was a great goal.
What, this season?
This is
No,
In general?
in general. It doesn't have to be from this season.
I tell you what, yeah. I think in 04, we played Real Madrid, bro. R9 scored a hat trick. I was like, you know what, bro? Let's give these man the Champions League, bro. I was like, what the hell is this, fam?
Yeah.
This guy was doing what he wanted. I was like, nah, what the hell is this, bro?
And then he go and went injured.
Bro, the guy had Rio Ferdinand looking like a puppet, bro.
No, R9 was one of them guys. Yeah, when he was on mode, he was just unstoppable.
Yeah, I was like, you know what, bro? Bro, just bun this because he was abusing us.
Yeah. For me, it's the Champions League semi-final against Man United, and CR7 and Nani just destroyed us.
Is it a free kick?
Yeah.
Ammonia taking the piss, man.
Yeah.
You can't be getting beat from that distance. Nah.
No,
That
you
piss
can't.
me off.
Yeah. Yeah, it was painful. What about you, Nippon?
Oh, I'm trying to remember. I think I've got to say Benzema in the first leg of the Champions League quarter-final at the Bridge.
I thought you were gonna say Ronaldinho when he did that goal from outside.
He just take the piss out of them at that time.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. That.
I mean, you just looked at him and you were like, only him can do that.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes, let's be honest, it be like that, yeah. You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, it's like that. Sometimes you just individual brilliance just get the best, and that's why we love football as well. Even if it's against us sometimes. But yeah, let's move on to Aston Villa. Sleepy G, Stevie G's team struggling again.
Bro, I really can't give you a position for them, man, but I think them man position out of the top 10. They ain't, brother, a matter of fact, they ain't even getting top 14. They are looking, bro. How you spend all this money, bro? And I understand injuries and all this, yeah, so don't think I'm hating up. But, brother,
Yeah.
these man do not look good, bro.
They don't have any tactics for me. That's the problem. I don't
It's
know
like
what
Jared
their
just
style
telling
of
these
play
man to
is.
freestyle.
Yeah. I have them 16.
Yeah. Probably. I'm probably just about as well.
Yeah.
Probably just about.
What about you, Nippon?
Aston Villa,
Yeah.
13th.
Wow.
Okay. Wow. That's high.
Did any of
Do
the
you, do, you-
City
do you
supporters
guys
get
think
back to you?
does Steven Gerrard survive the season? I think he gets sacked. Because the
No, with
Villa
the
fan.
money they spent, bro,
Yeah.
I can't see them just keeping on to him after spending that kind of money.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, no team wants to spend mad money like that and just still hold on to them, bro. So
Yeah, and he's gotten all the players he wanted. Every window. But he's just not improved them. They still look like a team that just came up from the championship. And they have all these players like Coutinho, Buendia, Douglas Luiz, McGinn, Jacob Ramsey, Ings, Watkins, Traore.
Inks don't look the same as well either, bro.
Nobody looks the same playing for Sleepy G. They got Matthew Cash, Luca Dean. Like, they got players. They have a squad even of
These
players.
man how they bought Camara in on the free that Leah Bailey. You see that Leah
Yeah.
Bailey was risky because come on, bro. The brother was always injured.
Yeah. That was a weird signing for me.
I never understood that word.
Let's move on to Southampton. CTEC Club. Will it survive? Will it stay?
Club. I think, I'll be honest with you, people might say I'm dumb or whatever. I think he's a decent manager,
He is. It's not easy
I
to
think
manage.
he's a decent manager. I just think that it's obviously it's hard. Yeah, it's hard. It's a hard job being a football manager, and then technically working with what he's working with. It's not like he had the best of the best.
No,
You
and they
have
don't
Che
invest.
Adams, bro. Che Adams ain't no bagsman, bro. Armstrong ain't no bagsman, bro. But you get me. The young brother they brought me from France, he's decent. And then there's a youth, bro. I can't remember his name, bro, but mad techie for them, bro. I think Ward Pros, yeah, you might need to dip, fam.
I mean, when James Ward-Prowse is your best player, clear from anyone else, it's a problem.
Do you not rate him?
No, what I'm saying is that he's good, but when he's so much better than anyone else, it's a problem.
Unpopular opinion.
Mm.
James Ward-Prowse is the difference between the Saints staying up and going down.
100%. That's not an unpopular opinion. I think everyone.
Unpopular.
I think everyone agrees to that.
The guy bounce free kicks, penalties. He's the captain for a reason. He does his job.
Hard. You always turn up.
He does his job. The rest of the team probably don't turn up week in, week out. Not that guy. He is Mr. Reliable.
Something surprised me about James Ward-Prowse.
Yeah.
That he hates Southampton.
Hates?
Yep.
How do you know that?
What?
He's a Portsmouth fan.
He clearly don't hate them anymore because he keeps on staying there and renewing.
Come on, it's professionalism. It's called professionalism.
Or
Deep
but
down, you
professionalism
must
or
hate
not, but
them.
you get offered a contract to
but
go
look at
somewhere
his
else.
feelings when they score and when they win. I think
Oh, that's all
maybe when he was
professionalism.
the, but how long has he been there? He must have fallen in love with that club.
You've been there
Honestly,
from time.
yeah, he's had chances to leave,
Academy.
and yeah. So obviously, when you're a kid, it's not that deep. It's not until you become like a teenager and an adult that's when it starts to get deep. But when you're a kid, you just choose a team and then you just stick there. It's not that deep.
True. True.
You can't,
Like
nah, you
when you
can't change
when
teams like that.
we say that, but what I'm saying is that when you're a kid, when you're like 8 years, 7 years, 6 years, it's not that deep. You just choose a team that you like and then you just support them. And usually you just stay with that team.
No,
It's not until you become a teenager when rivalry and hate and all of these things comes comes into it.
Agree
So I
like that.
mean,
Agree
if
like
you
that.
it's like if you're a kid, yeah, and we've seen it many times. Look at like Tammy Abraham, yeah, he's an Arsenal supporter, but he came through
yeah,
the
he's a
ranks of
gooner.
Chelsea. Yeah, but he doesn't hate Chelsea.
Look at
No,
Jamie Carragher,
because
Liverpool fan, born and raised, played for
Yeah,
no,
Liverpool.
he's not a
yeah,
Liverpool fan. He's an Everton fan.
That's what I said. He's an Everton
yeah. That's
fan,
what he
played for
said.
Liverpool.
Jamie Carragher. Everybody knows he's an Everton fan.
So it's not
You
that
know,
it's a
you
job
know,
and all. You
most of
employed there, you have to do
You
your
can
job.
say it's a job and all, but I almost feel like
that,
Jamie Carragher has changed team.
Yeah,
most
If
yeah,
of
I'm
he did.
honest,
you know,
he hates
most of
Everton and Richarlison and them man.
Chelsea's three biggest legends, Drogba, Lampard, and Terry, didn't even support Chelsea.
Yeah,
For
yeah, I know.
example, Drogba's a gooner.
Yeah, we
I don't
know.
know if you knew this.
But you have, yeah, I
Um,
know that. But a lot of the African players that grow up in that era supports Arsenal because Arsenal had a lot of African players. Arsenal had a lot of black
well,
players, and Arsenal were very successful when they were young. And that's why I
and
tell you, like when you're a kid, it's not
so
that deep.
so yeah, Drogba is a gooner.
Yeah.
You know, Frank Lampard, he supports West Ham,
West Ham. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know, I know.
and John Terry, he's a Man United fan.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah,
we don't claim him. We don't claim him.
yeah. But then again, like if you ask Terry now, he probably supports Chelsea now more than Man United,
Exactly.
Are you
and
not?
it's
Are you
okay.
sure it's just not to stay professional?
No, no, no. Terry loves Chelsea. If that's why he didn't want to play against them. You
And
never
then
heard him say,
you grow to love them after a while.
"Yeah, yeah, yeah." You do. Like circumstances changes in life. It's like you can fall out in love with your wife and in love with another wife, and you can fall out of love with your club and fall in love with another club. It's people don't want to hear that, but it's life is like that. Like if
No,
you
a
if
lot of
you if you
hardcore.
play for a club long enough, let's say let's say you join a club when you're 12 and you stay there for 20 years. It's impossible to not have any feelings for that club.
You know, I met Mason Mount a few weeks ago, and
Yeah,
I asked him, "Are you Pompey or are you Chelsea?"
yeah.
Pompey because he was born and raised in Portsmouth,
Yeah, but
so
but if he
he
stays
has
at
some.
Chelsea for another 10, 15 years and you ask him again, you might get a different answer.
No, the
Mason
answer
is
I
still
got.
young.
The
He's
answer
young.
I got. He said both. He said both.
Yeah. And that's what I'm telling you. It's changing. So he's gone from just being a
Think about
Pompey
this,
fan.
Nippon. He ain't won nothing with Chelsea, you know. Oh, he won the Champions League. Yeah,
Yeah,
he won the
Champions
Champions
League,
League.
Champions League.
Let's say he won the
I
league
was
with you,
gonna
right?
say.
Sorry. Yeah,
Let's say he won the league with you, right? Think about that that is something in England, and he wins the league with you all.
yeah,
Bro, he would say, forget Portsmouth. Forget them, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And look, he's gone from just supporting Portsmouth to supporting Portsmouth and Chelsea. That's what I'm saying. If he stays for another 10 years and he's successful and the fans love him and he become a legend, his emotions for Chelsea is just gonna grow. and he's probably gonna be more of a Chelsea fan than a Pompey fan
Yeah,
because
I
we're
guess
human.
so. I have two teams. Look, it's not wrong to have two teams. I have more than one team.
I used to be an Arsenal fan and Real Madrid fan when I was a kid, but then when Florentino
Same.
Perez
I'm Chelsea and Rangers.
said that Makelele wasn't even half of the player of Zidane and sold him to Chelsea, I was like, I can't support this team anymore, and I haven't since.
Are they your most
But when I
hated
was
team
a
in La
kid,
Liga?
Roberto Carlos was one of my favorite players. Like I grew up loving Brazil. Like Brazil was
Roberto
my team.
Carlos, you know.
Yeah. I used to love the way he played football, man. He. I was so impressed that someone that short could be that powerful and that good. And then obviously R9 when he joined them was like wow. R9 was my favorite player when I grew up as a kid. You know, he
Bro.
was the one that I watched, and I
Zidane is
was like,
mine, yeah, but
Z-
R9, bro.
yeah,
Zola was mine. He's the
yeah,
reason I support Chelsea.
yeah. And that's why I'm saying, like, when you're a kid, usually it's a player you fall in love with, and then
That
he
was
plays for that
me. That
club.
was literally me.
Yeah, and
I
that's
said,
why I tell
I
you,
was
as a
like,
kid, it's
I,
not
I
that
was
deep.
like, I was like, oh, I love Zola. So I used to, so I was like, well, if he leaves Chelsea, I'm going to follow him and all that.
Like when you're a kid, you don't know the traditions of your club. You probably don't know a lot of the history or legends or the chants or rivalry. You just see something that you like about that club and then you start following them. It's not until you get older when it gets deeper. And that's what I'm
I,
saying. That's why with some of these players, they fall in love with the club they play for because they've been there for so long.
That is true.
But yeah,
are your
let's
children
move
play?
on. Let's move on because we've been on and it's a lot of teams left to talk about. Let's talk about Crystal Palace. Crystal Met FC as expression calls them.
You know,
I
me and
think they,
Expressions go to the same gym.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm a big fan, man.
yeah,
He's a
I love
G.
that guy
we have the
content.
same gym membership.
Like when it comes to YouTube, yeah, I think he's the best out there, man. No one is as funny as Expression. Honestly, he's so funny, and he's very intelligent. People underrate how hard it is to come up with the lines he comes up with.
People think he's just doing it for attention.
But
But
people don't
the
know
guy is
because
funny. People need to chill, bro. The guy is naturally funny, bro.
yeah, he's naturally funny. He's a G. He's a genius. Like the things he comes up with, you have to be a genius.
And you know what's funny is sometimes people say that, oh, he rehearses it and he writes it down. Brother,
Nah, nah.
man does it as soon as game's finished, he's on it. He's on
Yeah,
it, fam.
yeah. Listen, if it's that easy, yeah, why don't they do it? I mean, even to just come up with it and write it down, they think it's easy. Let them do it.
Agendas after agendas, isn't it?
Yeah, man. They need to put some respect on his name, man. He's a G. He's a
Agendas
G.
after agendas.
But yeah, Crystal Palace, man. I worry for them a bit. I thought they were gonna have a strong season, yeah. But what I've clocked with Crystal Palace, they're one of them teams. Well, teams they're supposed to beat, they struggle against them, and teams they're supposed to lose, they do well against them. But they will play more games against teams they're supposed to win, and that's why I think with Crystal Palace, I think they might struggle a bit. I think they will be in the mix of 12 to 14. I, I don't think they will finish as high as I first thought. I don't know if you guys agree with that.
I think they just need to score some goals, bro.
Yeah,
And
but
right now they have defenders dropping like flies.
yeah, but who's scoring?
Hey,
Because Mateta is not scoring goals. Edward is not
yeah.
a prolific goal scorer.
I mean, he
Saha
was
is
good in
very
Scotland, but right now
yeah,
it's looking
it's
sticky.
Yeah. They might need to check his passport and check if they bought the same player because he doesn't look any special. He looks just like an okay striker. I don't know what his strength is anymore.
Not looking good for him, though, I can tell you that.
Yeah. And even like players like Olise, they haven't really stepped up this season. They still rely a lot on Ayub and Wilf.
Isn't Elise injured?
No, he played today. He played the game before. He's not injured anymore.
Do you not think in that case, is he a one season wonder?
I don't know. It's too early because he's still very young. But I think it's one of them where maybe we've overhyped him a bit too much. Maybe he hasn't lived up to the hype yet, and maybe injuries
It's way too
is
early
taking him a bit.
to say he hasn't lived up to the hype.
No,
Because
yet
he's
he might do in the end. He might become a very good player because he is very talented. But I'm not sure about Crystal Palace. I think they'll finish around 12 to 14.
would you take him at Arsenal?
Olise,
Olise, yeah, I would take him. Obviously, we need backup on the wings. I would take him. I
Good
would take a
evening,
punt on
Mr.
him.
Featley.
What's
Yo, big
that?
up Steven. How you doing, mate?
I'm alright, I'm good. Bit tired, but I'm alright. Bit tired, that's why I cancelled the preview at 11, because I was just knackered. But thought I'd
Yeah.
jump on.
Fair play, man. Yeah, we're talking about Crystal Palace. Where do you see them ending this season?
Oh, cripples and paralysis. Okay. I think it's going to be a tougher season for them, to be fair. I think they've had a tougher start to the season because, like the second season syndrome, I think that's happening for Vieira in a bit. So I think people are just going to start working out a little bit how he approaches games, and it'd be down to how he can adapt to that. So for me, I would say, I'd say 14th, something like
Yeah,
that, 14th, 15th.
yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
they'll be too close. I don't think they'll be in like that relegation battle, for example. But I don't think they'll just be above that relegation battle. To be fair, because they have struggled a little bit this season already. So yeah, no, I don't think they're in any trouble. But 14th, 15th for me.
The only issue is that there's so many teams that in that bracket. You got teams like Wolverhampton. You can see them finish around there. You can see Villa finish around
They're all at a
there.
similar level.
Yeah, they're all kind of similar level. Yeah, let's move on to Wolves, guys. They still don't have a new manager. It looks like Nuno will go back. What do you make of
man,
Wolves?
that guy, man. No, man. Nah. Not him, man.
It's not looking good then.
To be
Is
fair, yeah,
that
I feel sorry for them, The fact that since Raul Jimenez got that injury, bro, them,
Yeah,
man, hasn't been the same. Scoring goals is a, bro, it's like trying to do an exam that you didn't study for, bro. It's hard as hell for these, man.
yeah.
Yeah, to be fair though, they've had a couple of windows to replace him though, and they
They
Yeah,
haven't
they
had,
replaced
have.
but
him.
They
they
have,
spent
They,
all
but
that money on that
they haven't really replaced him.
bum
That's the
from
thing.
from 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 Porto,
That's the thing.
and
They
he's
haven't
not
really
hit.
replaced him.
They bought that Fabio. What's his name?
they still have.
Silva.
Yeah, he's at Anderlecht on loan right now. They still having high hopes for him, thinking he's going to do a mad thing for them, but I
That's
don't
why
know.
if they haven't had a transfer window before replacing him, I could
Yeah,
see I would feel sorry for him. But the fact they've had one or two
I
now
know,
and
I
they
know.
still haven't found a
Yeah,
replacement for him, it's
yeah,
more down to their scouting. I would have to blame all the scouting at the club for not picking out a gem, which is
yeah.
weird because Wolverhampton usually do quite well at picking out gems. To be fair,
Yeah, I think they struggle to get players that are consistent. So they have players like your Netos, your Podens. These players are good, but they're not consistent. They don't they
yeah,
don't they
yeah,
don't score goals. They don't get a lot of assists. Even Adama Traore, another one who's been so hyped, but when you look at his points tally, it's like 1 goal a season, 2 goal a season. It's not good enough.
I'm sorry,
Where-
only Nippon could be as does Arten at night. Jesus
yeah, I know,
Christ.
no. So where do you have them finish? Yeah, I know. Even
Who,
me.
me?
Yeah. Let's do a quick one.
13th.
Wolves,
Just,
13.
just above Palace.
Okay.
For me.
That's kind of. I mean,
That's
they have some decent players, but the thing is, though, I just what we saying, Costa is going to grab them some goals and bring them over the line.
I don't think so. I think they struggle. I was gonna have
To-
them more 16th, but
To be
Yeah.
it's tight
be-
there.
Because they can't
It's
even
gonna be
trust
tight.
Neto and Podence to stay fit either.
Yeah, that's the problem as well.
to be
Neto-
to be fair though, it's like we were gonna say with most teams is that like, you can say that with a lot of teams they might have like players that can make a difference,
Yeah.
but you can have all the players that make a difference in our world.
Yeah.
They don't actually
turn up.
play as well as a team. It's
Yeah.
useless.
I know.
I mean,
Let's
look
move
at.
on to.
I mean, Arsenal are like a clear example. The teams around them have got far better players on paper, right? But at the moment, the reason they're playing so well is because they're playing better as a team.
Yeah, that's true. Let's move on to Fulham.
Oh God!
Can they keep it up?
I'm surprised with Fulham this year. I thought they would have beat the usual selves. Shit.
I just need them to hurry up and go back down.
Where do you have them finish? Because it's a hard team to predict. You can see
Yeah.
them finish 12. You can see them finish 17.
Let's be honest here. Look at them defensively. They have no defenders, bro.
Yeah.
Once they get an injury, it's done for. Mitrovic out, problems.
Wait,
So I'm saying,
Mitrovic
bro,
is
that man
injured.
going back down, fam. No, he played today.
Mitrovic injured.
He played today.
No, he scored today.
No. He's saying if he gets injured.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're stuffed if he gets injured.
So where
He
do
said that a
we
lot
have
of
them
teams, yeah.
finish? Because we're gonna have to
Bro.
end up the stream soon. We've been on way too long.
I think they're gonna fight up to see if they could stay up, but I think I can't give you a number, but I think they're going back down. Them, Bournemouth, Forest, back down, fam.
Okay. I
You
have
think
them
Brentford
just
are staying
surviving.
up?
Nah, Brentford are gonna stay up. They're gonna stay up.
Yeah, I think Brentford are all right.
Brentford are staying up.
Brentford. The thing with Brentford is that they are a team. So yeah, they will have periods where they lose game, but they will always fight. They will always put up a
Exactly.
fight.
Can I?
You know, unless something bad happens to Ivan Toney, they should be fine.
Him and Babu.
Yeah, they're all right. I think so. Yeah, I think Brentford. Where would you have them?
Probably 12.
9 or 10.
Yeah. I have them like 12. Where do you guys have Brighton? New manager.
Potter is gone, and this manager looks like all he knows to do is attack, fam. I don't know, bro.
Yeah. I'm a bit
I
worried for
don't
them.
know.
I can't lie.
Because I'm just thinking this guy is going to do some type of mad thing and just going to goals.
I feel like the more they being coached about him, the less impressed I get.
So I'm
I think those-
on the fence with him, fam.
Look, I think they'll stay up and they'll look for a better manager.
Yeah, they'll stay up. They'll stay up.
Yeah, they stay up. I can see them.
But the
around
manager himself,
15.
he is not filling me with confidence, bro. Like it's look like the guy like just knows how to go forward. What about defending, big man?
Yeah.
Well, in the end, it is a temporary manager. So
Yeah, but
That's one
think
thing.
about the team you managing though. You can't just afford to go no.
Yeah. What about West
Yeah.
Ham?
West Ham, yeah. I think they're out of Europe this season. To be honest,
Okay.
they ain't getting no European places. That's just my opinion.
I have them
So-
9.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go down that. I just can't
Yeah.
see them getting Europe this season. I can't see it.
Liverpool.
Oh,
Big
fuck.
man, yeah.
Can they turn it up? Can they turn the corner? We saw the
Bro,
interview from
They're not
Klopp
getting top 4.
getting
bro,
rattled.
I can't lie to you here, King. You're my guy. Yeah, you see them man there, fam?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, bro.
Steve,
January
did
needs to be something
did you
special for
just say
these
what I
man, you
think
know.
you said?
What?
That Liverpool are not getting top 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not
Nippon,
getting.
me, I don't know what you watching Nippon, but these man need to do something in January because it's not looking good for them, you know.
I can't see them finishing above Spurs, Chelsea, City, Arsenal. I just can't see
You
it.
don't see
No.
them finishing above the team that bottle it all the time.
No,
Give me a
because you can't
break.
go in history when it comes to football. It doesn't work like
No.
that.
You look at the
You have
last
to take each
the
season
last
for
10
itself.
games. Look at the last 10 games, right? 9 games, whatever you want to call it, right? Show me the evidence that they are going to address their issues. They should have addressed them minor. They have got a problem where if some of their players, 1 or 2 injuries get injured, they're playing Harvey Elliott as a teenager on their pitch,
Yeah,
right?
and
They've
Konate is
got deep
injured,
line issues,
Matip
and
is
this
injured, Trent is
and
injured.
right, and this is the thing, right? Like they need a serious rethink and rebuild, right? Now I don't know whether Klopp's even going to probably stay to do that because I don't think FSG are going to give him the money, and I think he's going to sit there and get pissed off with it.
Do you
Yeah,
think he'll
So I
walk?
think
I have them
if he
6th.
doesn't get backed, no, I think he will. I think he will if he don't unless he gets backed.
I think he'll,
He's got
as long
integrity.
as he stays long enough in the domestic cups and in the Champions League, I think he stay. I think it could be one of them when the season is over. He's gonna have a chat with them. If they don't invest, I think he will.
Yeah, if they don't invest, because at the moment, I'm sorry, he's going to have to do something special like he did the last time, which is like
He's
Hello.
old, man.
pick out your little gems like Robertson, Arnold, and pick out these players that he did so well the last time.
I have them
He needs
6th.
that sort of rebuild because at the
Is that
moment
crazy?
it's so. The reason they're not getting results is the team is so unbalanced, right? Plus, as well, like half the time, we've realised now that teams are working out that he can expose Arnold. If they can expose Arnold, right, they can expose Van Dijk on that side. And then all of a
Yeah,
sudden, Van Dijk doesn't look that freaking good after all,
yeah.
right?
And
So,
rumors has
but
it
not
that
saying he's still
Konate is
quality, but
injured as well.
he's. If I'm not saying Van Dijk is not quality, but if he doesn't get the support on his right hand side, on his right back,
So wait,
what is
you're
he supposed
saying
to
he's
do?
only good. So you're saying
No, I'm
Van
not
Dijk
saying
is
that.
only
No,
good
no,
because he has.
Listen.
Napun,
Can't live in.
you're not listening.
Van
I
Dijk
didn't say
pre
he's not quality, but
and Van Dijk after the injury. It's not the same Van Dijk. That's just the reality. He's not as good as he used to be.
yeah, no, what I'm saying is not just. What I'm saying is he's still quality, but it's like with every defender playing on the right side or playing on the left side, they need their fullbacks to support them. It's all part of the back four.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, Van Disney, he's not the same anymore. For me, I haven't seen
Van
it.
Disney, you know.
Yeah, he needs to step up because
No, I
he's
call
not
him
looking
a
good.
Van Dumbo.
Yeah, Van Dumbo, Disney. Dumbo's a Disney movie.
Yeah, big up Felix, man. Thanks for coming on. He had to go. No worries. We're gonna wrap
Nice.
up. Let's move on to Newcastle, guys. They look very good. I have them finishing 7th.
I think conference. I think eighth. I think conference would just be a bit
Who's
too
finishing
much.
7th for you then?
That's a good question.
Because
Do
if
you
you
know
check
what?
after the top 6, who's finishing 7th? I think they finish above West Ham. I think they finish above Brighton. So who's really challenging them for
To
7th?
be fair, I see your point. Now, I see your point with seventh. I think there'll be a battle for it
Yeah,
between a couple of teams, and they're included. Right?
yeah.
But if they're not careful, Liverpool could get dragged into it as well. I think there'll be a whole battle between sixth and seventh. To be fair, and because I think if you're looking at the top 5, that's what it will probably be towards the end of the season.
Yeah, Yeah. What about Leeds United? Will they stay up?
Leeds United. Oh, I hope they go down. Sorry, I can't really
Nippon,
stand these.
do you think Leeds stay up?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, yeah. Where do you have them finish?
16th.
All right.
Can I make a
Yeah,
point?
that's
I, as much as people might find it mad, like, and it's only because of what they've brought in, and I just think they need time to gel. I still feel like if Nottingham Forest can get themselves on a if to win one or two games of teams around them, I do
I
feel
agree.
like they can. I do feel they can still have a chance to stay up.
Yeah. So let's do the bottom three. Who's everyone's bottom three? I'll start with you, Nippon.
Fulham,
Yeah.
Bournemouth,
What?
Yeah. And
and
Forest.
no.
Okay.
You don't follow them and Bournemouth for 10th and 9th, you know.
No, we predicted a lot of teams.
Yeah,
We don't have a specific order.
Have we said anything on Southampton yet?
no.
Southampton are my team to go down this season.
Okay. So your bottom three is Southampton, Fulham, Bournemouth.
Yep.
Fulham and Bournemouth's a
Steve-
bit mad. Regardless.
Steven, what's your bottom three?
Um. I think not the Forest can get themselves out of it. To be fair, so
You do.
yeah, I really do. If Leicester keep Brendan Rodgers, they're going down.
Okay. So your bottom
Um,
three is Leicester.
Leicester.
Mm-hmm.
I think Southampton.
Leicester
I think
keep Brendan Rodgers.
as much as I like to say Southampton, Hassan Hootel's got a habit of getting himself out of trouble.
Yeah.
But I think it may be too much for him this season because, and the other team I'd go for at the minute is probably it's either be Wolves or Leeds.
Okay.
Wolves or Leeds
Wow.
for that final spot, to be honest, because Leeds, for me,
You think Wolves are going down?
hang on, I said between Wolves and Leeds.
Yeah. Fair play. I understand. I understand why you say that.
I didn't say
do.
Bournemouth or Fulham because they're 10th and 9th.
Yeah,
They're performing well.
I think for
Crazy
me,
things can happen, Steve.
I think Nottingham Forest go down with Bournemouth and Southampton. I think Fulham stays up. I do think Leicester will survive. I do think they have too many quality players.
And I think Bournemouth have learnt their lesson from the start of the season. And now, to be honest, I
They
think
look
Scott
good
Parker.
now.
I think Scott Parker. He's eating his words. What it actually shows is Scott Parker wasn't a good enough man. Clearly knew he wasn't a good enough manager.
Yeah, but he's been relegated so many times. So
yeah, but it obviously proves that if he thought that team wasn't good enough to stay in the league, right? You basically you were trying to blame the board when actually you weren't good enough to manage to teach them.
Yeah. But guys,
I don't think a lot of people will take his take him on there. No? Did you do the top four?
Yeah, you can give us your top four. Our top four was Man City to finish first, Arsenal second, Chelsea third, Spurs fourth, United fifth.
Is that all together?
Yeah, we kind of had the same prediction for the top four.
I would say Man City first.
That's by default, Steve.
That's a bold call, Steven. Man City to finish first.
Oh no, it's so bold. I mean, Arsenal are playing so good right now. Man City first.
And
Arsenal,
second. Wow.
No, Man City first.
Yeah.
Arsenal second.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, if they're within 10 points, I will back Arteta from now on. If they're beyond 10 points, but they win the Europa League, then I'll back Arteta. If they're beyond 10 points and still haven't won anything, then I'll say you need to improve. Yeah. So I would like to see Arsenal get second and win a trophy and win the Europa League. If they finish second and win the Europa League, then I'll back Arteta.
Yeah, that's a good season. That's a
Uh,
very good season. Actually.
I think Chelsea will be third.
Yeah,
that shithole down the road will be fourth.
Yeah.
And Man United fifth.
Yeah. Yeah. Same. I think it's gonna be a tussle and tussle between United, Liverpool for fifth and sixth. I think Newcastle takes 7, West Ham 8.
Yeah, they can take a leaf out of our book.
Then it's very hard to predict teams who's gonna finish 9th and 10 because
Why did you
teams
bring
like
any West Ham
Leeds.
fans on?
It's next time. It's hard. We'll do one during the World Cup, and then I'll try and get as many fans as possible.
Yeah, let's talk backstage.
Yeah, we'll do that.
To be fair, I've always found 6 is a push because obviously, otherwise if you have 7 or 8, people start.
No, I think 6 is maximum. You don't want too many on the stream. But I was thinking maybe doing like a 3-part stream. So like I do 4 streams with 5 from each team.
Yeah.
So I want to get every team represented during the World Cup.
You mean country?
No, he's saying team. No, he's talking about the Premier League prediction.
I'm talking about the Premier League prediction.
I
so I'll try and get like a Forest fan, like a Bournemouth fan from every team, and do like a prediction. That would be fun to hear voices from teams who haven't been represented here yet. That would be good. But guys, it's been a very long stream. It's almost 2 hours. I want to thank the panel.
You call that long? Try doing 7 or 8.
Yeah, no, I don't have time for that.
Lightweight.
Yeah, but I want to thank the panel. I want to thank Reelers, Nippon, Steven for coming on. I want to thank each and everyone who tuned in the chat. It's been with us from the start to the end. Big up to all of you. Big up to Luke. Big up to Luca. I know Tariq was on before. I know Manny was on social as well. Big up to all of you. It's been a good stream, and hopefully, big up to CM as well and Solo. Hopefully, Arsenal can do something special this season. But yeah, Nippon, where can people find you?
Okay, you can find me in my car. Yeah, you can find me in my car. Okay, real talk. You can find me on Instagram.
Yeah.
You can find me on Instagram at Nippon with 4 I's and 3 U's, and on my other Instagram at Nippon Reviews Cuisines.
Yeah.
You can find me on Twitter at NSSports93, my official YouTube Twitter, which I rarely use. You can find me on The Nippon Sharma, which is the Twitter I use mostly. And you can find me on YouTube at you can find me on YouTube at NS Sports TV, and my other non-football channel called the British Lifestyle Blogger. You can also find me as a regular panelist on Worldwide Chels. Big up Sadiq if you're watching this stream. And you can also find me as a regular caller on Grizz Khan's channel.
Big up Grizz as well from the Big Six. Steven.
Yo.
My co-host, my brother, where can people find you?
You can find me here. Right? When this guy decides to let us know he's going live.
No, I'm trying to do my best to not get you on. That's why.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, you can find us on SVT TV.
Yeah.
Arsenal Premier League content, so there will always be stuff for every fan to come onto. We got a watch along. Our watch along is tomorrow for the Leeds game. Sorry, couldn't do the preview. I was not feeling up to it today. And
Yeah.
but yeah, we got the watch along, build up and watch along game for the Leeds game. Then we got our match reaction as well. So make sure you tune into that. And then well, how do I put this? Every money, and whilst you watch those streams, every minute you watch those streams, and any streams that we do, you raise money for Children's Liver Disease Foundation. So please do give us a watch. Do like, subscribe here, but then also like, subscribe, and also donate to our Just Giving page direct, which is the link is in every single description we do. Super chat, obviously, whilst we're live. And then do hit the join button, because every single penny does go towards saving kids that are weeks old from the horrors of liver disease.
Yeah, big up to you, Stephen, man, and thanks for coming on. And guys, make sure you subscribe to Stephen's channel, SPTV TV. We do lots of quality content. And yes, you can find me there as well on SPTV TV. You can also find me on Nippon's channel and Sport. You can find me on Realist channel, Realist_United. Make sure you subscribe to him. You can also find me on Tariq Talks and on TGT. So big up to everyone that tune in. Make sure you subscribe to each and every one of our channel. And thank you for tuning in. And obviously, as tradition, we have to run this before we end the stream.
Baby, where is the remote?
Remote?
Yes.
Arsenal.
What do you mean by Arsenal?
On top of the table.